It's Alabama Annie with another episode of Stories and Songs for you on another hot July day in Alabama. Here's a tale from Little Wills Valley, set before the days of the Indian removal. It has to do with the mission schools that the white men came in and built to convert the Cherokee to Christianity, and it has to do with a reverend and a very unruly horse. And here it is. It's called The Reverend, Hoyt, and Thistle. It was during the days before the Indian removal that mission schools were established within the bounds of the Cherokee Nation to convert these people the white men considered heathen to Christianity, believing it was their beholden duty. Among the comings and goings of the Protestants and the Catholics and other sects was Reverend Hoyt. The Reverend and his large family left Pennsylvania for Lookout Mountain around 1818 and took charge of the mission below Chattanooga, Tennessee. But in 1823, when a new mission was established further south, the family relocated to a place called Willistown. Hoyt moved his family there, and his oldest son Darius became the first teacher to hold class at that post while his father rode the circuit. There is an unusual story to be told about Reverend Hoyt and the horse named Thistle that was brought to him as a gift by a Cherokee, a gray mare that had been for the most part a nuisance to her previous owners, and perhaps they had given her to the Reverend as a joke. Her bad behavior continued even after she had been given to him. She was unmanageable as a mode of travel when he would try to go and ride the circuit. Thistle was very high-spirited. She bucked and kicked at the least little thing in the rain or even if a leaf fell. And God forbid she passed a clothesline with clothes hanging on it. That sent her over the edge. She was ill-tempered and bit at any chance and kicked when she could. And the two became a source of entertainment when they passed a homestead or rode through a village, spooked as she was by most anything. Thistle could open any door or gate and went wherever she pleased at the mission, on several occasions into the classroom itself when the door was open, or into the trading post, helping herself to grains or even fresh-baked bread at times. Yet somehow, Ard managed over time to control her to a degree, and though he complained continually about her, he in truth had grown very fond of Thistle. He was the only person she would allow to bridle her and the only one she allowed to ride. The only time Thistle would calm down was when the Reverend sang to her, and he discovered this by accident one day as they were riding along. It was said that a body could hear Reverend Hoyt and Thistle coming from a great distance, as he sang with a very loud, unruly voice that seemed to soothe Thistle in some way, at least enough for him to ride her. After several years of riding together, though, the Reverend took ill. Thistle knew that something was wrong with him from the first day he didn't come out to feed her. She wandered in and out of her paddock, into the mission, and even stuck her head into the study at his desk where he often sat to write his letters and sermons. When the Reverend died, she stood nearby during his funeral and later laid herself across his grave, waiting for him to return. But Thistle finally accepted that the Reverend Ard was gone forever and relented one day, allowing his son Darius to take up her reins and ride her. And so the work his father had begun continued as Darius and Thistle rode those familiar trails, and when Thistle died, she was buried near the Reverend Hoyt's grave, and a marker was placed in her honor. I hope you've enjoyed this story. I'll be back soon with more for you.